So we are at the fourth chapter now of our course, fourth lesson of our course. Let's start with the title. The title is सातवीं के बच्चे. सातवीं के बच्चे. सातवीं we know seventh, and बच्चे we know students. Because बच्चे here is plural, that's why we use K. Otherwise, we will say सातवीं का बच्चा for a single student. वो सातवीं का बच्चा है. He is a 7th standard student, 7th class student. And वे सातवीं के बच्चे हैं. They are 7th standard students. Right? So this is plural. So let's see the story, lesson story. So the story goes like this. Our school principal has given a new responsibility to our teacher Raju. He has made him the class teacher of 7th standard. That's why the chapter name is 7th standard students. Well, as a class teacher, as we teachers do, we have to keep our records updated in case of emergency, etc. So he has to ask a few questions to the students. What these questions are, let's see in the next page. These are the sentences that he uses. I will read these sentences. You pay attention to the words. Try to listen the words you already know and find out the words you don't know for now. And later in the next part we will discuss, of course, the grammar and the structure used. I will read slowly. First sentence is Namaste. Namaste सातवीं कक्षा के बच्चों. नमस्ते सातवीं कक्षा के बच्चों. नमस्ते सातवीं कक्षा के बच्चों. आप सब कैसे हैं? क्वेश्चन. आप सब कैसे हैं? ये एक पेपर है. ये एक पेपर है. पेपर में 3 सवाल हैं. पेपर में 3 सवाल हैं. पहला सवाल है. पहला सवाल है, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? Right? Fourth sentence. बाकी 2 सवाल हैं. बाकी 2 सवाल हैं. आप कहाँ रहते हैं? और आप कहाँ रहते हैं? और and it continues. The last sentence, the last question Raju asked in the paper is घर का फोन नंबर क्या है? घर का फोन नंबर क्या है? Phone number, singular noun. That's why we use का. घर का phone number क्या है? So these are the 5 sentences. In the next part, let's discuss the grammar behind these sentences. So now let's discuss the grammar behind these sentences. The first sentence is Namaste सातवीं कक्षा के बच्चों. In the first chapter, we saw that Namaste बच्चों, the first sentence, the very first sentence Raju uses is Namaste बच्चों, hello children. Now, you just add one more layer to it. सातवीं कक्षा के means hello 7th class students. सातवीं कक्षा के. Right? Then he asks, आप सब कैसे हैं. This is a question. आप सब कैसे हैं? Right? The question is this. कैसा in singular. How? कैसे is how for plural. So here he is addressing all the students of the 7th standard. That's why he used masculine plural, and that's why कैसे. Then for feminine it will be कैसी. Okay? How for feminine singular, and कैसी also for feminine plural. कैसा for masculine singular, कैसे for masculine plural, कैसी for feminine singular, and कैसी for feminine plural. Right? Now we can ask तुम कैसे हो. Now you would ask why we used कैसे with तुम, because तुम is singular. Yes, and that's why this is an exception. With तुम we use कैसे, though it is singular. Right? तुम कैसे हो. We can ask वो कैसा है. वो कैसा है. How is he? वो कैसी है. कैसी है. How is she? How are they? वो कैसे हैं. वे कैसी हैं. How are they for feminine. Alright? So if we ask how are you, then you ask तुम कैसे हो. I prefer writing in transliteration so that you can understand. तुम कैसे हो. How are you? How will we reply this question? मैं अच्छा. अच्छा we have already seen, right? मैं अच्छा हूँ. I am good. This is how we answer this question. Here Raju is asking to the students, आप सब कैसे हैं. How are you guys? How are you all? Okay. Next question. So the next is, ये एक पेपर है. पेपर में 3 सवाल हैं. We know ये is this. एक is new for you. एक is one. ये एक पेपर है. Paper, the same English word. This is a paper. So Raju has a paper in his hands and he is showing to the student, this is a paper. And he is saying, ये एक पेपर है. पेपर में we know in the paper, तीन is 3. सवाल हैं. There are 3 questions. सवाल is question. सवाल remains in its plural and singular form. It remains invariable. It does not change. There are some nouns in Hindi who do not change in their plural forms. They remain same. So सवाल in singular and सवाल in plural remains सवाल. पेपर में 3 सवाल हैं. There are 3 questions in the paper. Right? Now, पहला सवाल है, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? पहला, we know पहला is first. सवाल, first question is है. क्या? Now he is asking a question because we know if we place kya in front of a sentence, starting of a sentence, then it makes a sentence into question. क्या आप अंग्रेजी is asking the students अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? Now pay attention. पहला सवाल है, first question is, so this is clear. Alright. क्या आप you अंग्रेजी is English and बोलते is speak and हैं, you know what is हैं. Now pay attention. The verb used here is बोलना. In Hindi, the verbs in their infinitive forms ends with na. बोलना, to speak. Raju is asking the students, there is a question in the paper, do you speak English? Do you speak English? Okay, this is a question in the paper. So we know बोलना become बोलते with आप and हैं. Till हैं is used. Which is a little bit strange for you guys, because in English we do not use, we say, do you speak English? You speak English, right? I speak English. We don't use I speak English is. But in Hindi, this is how it is. To be will be used as a helping verb in the sentences of present simple. This is the present simple sentence, right? Present simple sentence. When an activity is happening in habitual manner, like I go to school every day. So this is present simple. Similarly, in Hindi, I speak English will be present simple. Here Raju is asking, क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? Do you speak English? Let's remove क्या. आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं. आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं. You speak English. बोलना has been conjugated with आप. So we know with आप बोलना becomes बोलते. We will discuss in detail later. Let's see the next sentence. क्या आप अंग्रेजी बोलते हैं? The answer is, the translation is, sorry, do you speak English? The fourth sentence is, बाकी दो सवाल हैं. आप कहाँ रहते हैं? बाकी दो सवाल हैं. आप कहाँ we know, रहते. So as we saw, बोलते in the last sentence, रहते. Do you see the te in the end? That means here it also, it is a verb. रहते हैं. The question is, बाकी is remaining. बाकी means remaining. Two. So is two. Questions are. The two remaining questions are, you, where, रहना. Now, रहना, again a verb, to live. Where do you live? Kahan is used before the main verb, which is रहना. Right? With आप, similar to बोलते, रहना becomes रहते. Right? Then, fifth sentence is घर का phone number. This is simple. घर का phone number, घर is house. घर is house. घर का phone number, house phone number. Phone number of the house phone number. क्या? क्या, as you see, it is not placed in the starting of a sentence. So here, क्या plays the role of what? क्या plays here the role of what? घर का phone number क्या है? What is house phone number? What is house phone number? Right? So that was it. Let's discuss now in detail the verbs bolna, rehna, how they changed. Alright, let's see this. Let me take you to the page. So now let's discuss the verbs, how they behave in present simple. Present simple in English is used to describe an activity which is happening regularly in habitual manner. I go to school every day. I may not be going to school right now, but I go to school every day. I speak French. I'm not speaking French to you right now, but I speak French. These kind of sentences, how we will make these kind of sentences in Hindi, we will see this now. We have already seen the verbs bolna and rehna and how they changed their forms with aap, which is second person plural, and formal. Alright? Now, bolna and rehna with na in their end are in infinitive forms. Infinitive form of a verb is what you find in a dictionary. For example, to speak. The verb is in its infinitive form, but when we use it with the pronouns in different tenses, it will definitely change its form. And this is what we call conjugation. The verb is conjugated as per the tense and the pronoun, personal pronoun. Alright? With he speaks and with they, we say speak. So the verb changes its form. Alright? Now, bolna, how it will change its form with different personal pronouns, we will see that now. मैं, तुम, ये and वो, आप, हम, ये and वे. With मैं it will be बोलता, and then as a helping verb हूँ. With तुम it will be बोलते हो. With ये वो it will be बोलता है. and then आप बोलते हैं, with हम बोलते हैं, with ये वे बोलते हैं. This is simple. With singular we use बोलता, with plural we use बोलते, and with तुम this is an exception. This is an exception. Alright? Can we conjugate रहना now? मैं रहता हूँ, तुम रहते हो, ये रहता है, वो रहता है, आप रहते हैं, हम रहते हैं, ये रहते हैं, वे रहते हैं. Let's make sentences. I speak French will be मैं French बोलता हूँ. Now, होना, the verb to be, होना is its infinitive form, will be used as a helping verb with बोलता. It is a bit strange concept for English speakers, but this is how it is in Hindi. होना, the verb to be, will be conjugated हूँ, हो, है will be there always in present simple. मैं French बोलता हूँ will be I speak French. मैं दिल्ली में रहता हूँ. मैं दिल्ली में रहता हूँ. I live in Delhi. Okay? क्या तुम French बोलते हो? Do you speak French? क्या तुम दिल्ली में रहते हो? This is how we make sentences. Alright? Now, we have feminine versions. Feminine बोलता, instead of ta, we use ती. मैं बोलती हूँ. तुम बोलती हो. And ये वो बोलती है. हम बोलती हैं. And it will continue. So ta and te will be removed and t will take their place. मैं, if a girl would say मैं दिल्ली में, I live in Delhi, she would say मैं दिल्ली में रहती हूँ. मैं इंग्लिश बोलती हूँ. I speak English. वे इंग्लिश बोलती हैं. For two girls, they speak English. Right? This is how we conjugate the verbs बोलना and रहना in present simple with all the personal. So now let's see other new concepts discussed in this chapter. The first thing we saw three numbers. एक is 1, दो is 2, and तीन is 3. Alright? Then one thing we saw क्या used before a verb verb and in the middle of a sentence. Earlier we have seen kya used in starting of a sentence, in the beginning of sentences. We saw that kya changes a sentence into a question, a close-ended question, which would be answered either by a yes or no. But here we saw that घर का number क्या है? What is the house phone number? So right? We saw this. Here kya is used before hai, the main verb here. Now kya is used as a proper question word. Here it is what? Plays the role of what in English, right? We can make questions like आपका नाम क्या है? Or I should write the translation. आपका नाम क्या है? What is your name? आपका सवाल क्या है? What is your question? आपका ब्लड ग्रुप क्या है? What is your blood group? So क्या is used as a proper question word. If we use kya before the main verb, then it plays the role of what. Then it is what exactly. And now we saw two things. We saw kaisa, kaisi, and kaise, right? How? We saw kya, we saw kahan. So we saw three question words here: how, what, and where. Now let's see. Okay, we have to translate these sentences in Hindi. You can pause the video and you can check the answer later if you want, or you can stay with me. मैं जयपुर में रहता हूँ. रहता, रहना is conjugated with the मैं and हूँ as a helping verb. There are two teachers in the house. The place घर, घर में दो अध्यापक हैं. अध्यापक. Adhyapak is also invariable noun, which means it does not change its form in plural and singular, similar to sawal, a question. And this translation is also similar to the sentence I gave. Paper में 3 सवाल हैं. There are 3 questions in the paper. Similarly, there are 2 teachers in the house. घर में 2 अध्यापक हैं. Kelly और जॉन हिंदी बोलते हैं. Simple. Where are the remaining questions? Remaining is बाकी. बाकी. सवाल कहाँ हैं? बाकी सवाल कहाँ हैं? Where are the remaining questions? What is your question? आपका सवाल क्या है? We have already seen this. आपका सवाल क्या है? और right? So that's it. If you have done on your own, Have you checked these answers? Do they match to your answers? If good, if yes, then well, congratulations to you. And let's move to the next question. This you have to do on your own. You can take help of this here. You can pause the video here and conjugate रहना with all the personal pronouns मैं, तुम, ये, वो, आप, हम, वे, ये. Right? And you have to write these words in Devanagari. Take your notebook out and practice writing these words. I will give the pronunciation of these words. Write them while pronouncing. Okay, that will help you remember. There are 4 consonants which you can practice here. B is equivalent to B, equivalent to V, D, but D soft, right? And L, B, Ba, R, Bahar, Bawal, Bad, Dal, and Lal. You can practice all these 4 consonants. You write again and again these words, and this will help you. Now, this is a translation for all the 5 sentences. This explanation you can take help. You can see that I have written here also, and there are other explanations here if you want. Now, there are examples. Let's revise. We saw bolna with all the personal pronouns, with singular it is bolta, and with tum and plural it is bolte, with feminine it is bolti, and with, of course, with the helping verb. We saw kya, how it is used in middle of sentence before a verb. Kaisa, how, masculine. Kaise, plural. Kaisi, how, feminine, singular and plural both. Then we saw kaha, is where. That was it in this lesson. I will see you in the next class. I hope this was clear.